The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. So I like that he, wait, hold on. If I can get it completely, okay. I like that, like, his sprite has his hand on the table, always ready to receive another cup of coffee. Like, it's like an open palm. You can't be throwing coffee at me, Mr. Godot. Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective is really the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it better be as hot and perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have quickly. Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this off right now if I can, but can I really do it? Again, like I said, I have no proof other than his character design, but I can't bring that up, so... Can I prove it? I could bring this stuff up with the blackmail letter, but that's not pertinent to the case at the moment. To be fair, there's no right or wrong. I mean, I'm going to say not yet to be found. If I'm right, then they'll be like, yes, you do. Oh, shit. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But you're just going to give up and let us lose this? So, you've come to your senses, have you, sir lawyer? Did I fuck it? It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything to add, then... Who? Ronnie! That doesn't really matter now, does it? Hey, Ronnie with the save! Not Ronnie. What's her name? Desiree. Sorry, I don't know why I called her Ronnie. What are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think it's the bag of what is most likely 50 grand that we found in Luke Atme's office that we couldn't touch because Luke Atme returned before we was able to look at it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. Or it's just an urn. Maybe not money. I assumed it was money, but it's the urn. The sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. You, madam, that urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants, Ace Detective, Luke Atme. Oh, Desi, you're the best. There's pink splotches over it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Oh, you didn't like it. Mr. Godot, do you have anything you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved before casting aspersions. Aspersions? I definitely love to Google names that I don't know. Aspersion. An attack on the reputation or integrity of someone or something. Example quote, I don't think anyone is casting aspersions on you. I like the word. So, Before casting aspersions at me, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree, right? Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Don't buy it, chick. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more can only compound the tragedy we've already been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Mr. Light, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. Must be some way. I've got to prove that the urn was actually in the Acme Detective Agency. I could testify about what I saw, but that's only just hearsay too. Fingerprints seem to be the best thing to do. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, huh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, sir lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Acme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday, and there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. Me? I went into the bag. I went into the bag to touch it, but then I didn't get to see what it was. Could have been me. Which would make sense why the other option was to testify about what I saw. Could be me. Or Phoenix even. Wait, so the urn was originally at the warehouse? So it was at the warehouse until Damask stole it. And then we didn't know where it was until now. We did find the bag at Acme's office literally just before this trial started. But like, I think, yeah, if I'm Phoenix right, the written log? What do you mean? Which written log? Which log are you talking about? Well, we went to look at Acme's office and the bag was there, but Acme wasn't in his office. So we almost went to go look into the bag and we reached our hand inside the bag, but we didn't find out what it was because Acme came back and we were like, oh shit. But we didn't know what was in the bag. I assumed it was money because of this blackmail letter about the 50 grand. But it was in fact the urn, which was in his office the entire time apparently. When you say a log, do you mean a log of dialogue? Because I don't think this game has like a log. Is it me? Or was... Oh, that's not something. You mean this? The camera data? This is not something I can look at. It's just there to say, oh, it went off once. The camera went off once at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime. That's all. It doesn't have a list of people who went through. So let me try me. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Did I fuck it? Wait, no. Oh, got it. I think. Hey, Nick. Yeah, open it up. Yeah. We can't just open this private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. And then Acme, yeah, that's when Acme showed up. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atmey's office. Still hearsay for the most part because it could have been at Atmey's office. You don't know that. This happened outside of court. Objection. No real evidence. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. The only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atmey Detective Agency. This blend, Godot blend number 107. I decided it's a little too bitter after all. I accept the defense request, bailiff. Take this urn and wait. Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken them down. Oh. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. And here I am, the tragic clown. This guy's nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask the Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. I can't laugh. I can't fake laugh to save me life. Yes? That was easy. Too easy. Well, what is Mr. Atmey's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter's been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. It can't have been that easy. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. What is wrong with this guy? So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but the true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Oh, jeez. Godot's loving it. Don't just stand there drinking coffee. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you're a master mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir, I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in this life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see me in there in that photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial has taken, but this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot, you're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I promise I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask the Mask. Alright, it's time for the cross. So, he said, like, he doesn't have an alibi or, like, there's no... I don't have any proof. However, this is his key card. We know he works as security because his wife said so. This is his key card, and it leaves a record when used. I could use that. Martial art. I thought you were the one. Oh, yeah, I should save. Thank you for the reminder. You know that you're the real Master, not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey, that's not fair. Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change. Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Master Mask. I guess if we had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? I should try to show that he couldn't have stolen the urn. Wait, we already established that he couldn't because he went to KB security. Because this is his wallet. And it was found around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. The KB security building is a whole different building separate from the museum or the exhibition hall. But the wallet isn't proof of anything. But his keycard is. Because it leaves a record when it's used. Oh shit. Got no alibi. I've been a judge here for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard of a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you, I was a Lordly Tailor that night. No, that's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove that he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but you think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? Yes. Oh, I have the evidence, or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? Oh, I've never seen you this angry before. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. I thought I was more confident than angry. Well, then let's see this evidence already. Ah, shit. Ah, shit, didn't save. This? Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I'd lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. Ah, no, you don't understand. It's evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. I like this theme. So the defendant was if he was at KB Security at 1 a.m., that proves he has a watertight alibi. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Tailor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? Stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief, don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who gets to call me thief, who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. All right, I'll try. I'll do it if I will. You really got him worked up, huh? Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day at school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching out. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took this out, right? The keycard to KB Security's office. That was a good try, Mr. Trite, but unfortunately you've overlooked one small thing. Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. Well, no, you went to KB Security because of the blackmail, right? Come to KB Security at 1 a.m. and bring 50 grand. Now then, let's see your evidence. Yeah, that. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... what is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. But blackmail? Yes. Basically, it says bring $5,000, $500,000, $550,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself in KB Security's CEO office, a full half hour away from the scene of the crime. Ooh, he did not like that. Ugh. Oh, he hates it. He hates it. So when the theft of the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office. But you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Larry said so? Yeah? So we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? There is someone else who can testify. Larry's the only reason why we know about this. And he works at KB Security. Who is this useless looking young man? Don't you remember him? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at this picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Mood. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. Probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh. The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card that they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You needed to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you who exactly entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth by simply analyzing this keycard's data. Oh, shit, he didn't like it. Oh, Mr. Godot? Are we done? The name of the CEO of KB Securito. Securito. The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I've got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, the card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. That means it can't be Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Master Mask. Good job, you did it, Nick. That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court defines the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Oh, that's it? Court is now adjourned. Sick. Early stream. The plan was just to get to end of this chapter, but we're done. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Mr. Light. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I could ever repay you. Ah, shucks. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, Pearls. I've got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? She did not just slap me in the face. Pearly, this woman is Miss Desiree's... This woman is Miss Desiree, Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick, yes sir, you're even worse than I thought, going behind the back of your own client. Behave yourself. Please behave yourself, Pearl. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well. We've got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. Wait, there's no way this is over, for real, right? There's no way this is over for real. There's so many pieces of evidence I didn't use. I wanted to be over, but this felt too easy. But actually, it was you, Mr. Light, that brought us our urn back. I don't believe it. No, hold on. We didn't go into the sculpted statue. There's so many things we didn't go over. I don't believe this is done. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh please, you're embarrassing me. If you want the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is, come on, give the kid some time. Oh hey, he's just got a little touch of the blues. You know what? You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime's over. Early this morning, the body of... We're not done. Oh, I was like, yeah, this case is way too easy. Was too easy for my liking. Also, it's really interesting that this is not a murder case and is more of a larceny case, which is, you know, a nice change this time, right? We like it. But if the body of Kane Bullard was just now discovered, and we just proved that our client was literally there. Now the episode is starting. Oh man, where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. Oh, this whole Master Mask thing was a whole. This was a red herring. It was a cover. It didn't matter. This is the real thing. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out, what? On October 12th, at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, tell me you didn't. Don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. We knew this. It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the news that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder happened. It's a lie. It can't be true. But I am a thief, I tell you. Stealing something and murdering someone. Stealing something gets you way less jail time than murdering someone. Is that why he begged for a guilty sentence for stealing? Rondelite, you're going back to prison again. This time, the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder. What? This can't be. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Wright. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least, let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. I did not expect this turn of events. I knew it wasn't over, but I did not expect this turn of events. How could this be happening? Right in front of my very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. I'm the one who established his presence at the scene. Oh, she hates it. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck is going to happen next? To be continued. Well, we are continuing. So... So the stream will last for at least 4 hours. Up until the end of this episode, or it will last for at least 4 hours, or at least up until the end of this episode, whichever happens first. I've been streaming for what? Currently I've been streaming for an hour and a half. That's because I gave myself an estimate on how long the episode will take. It's either when this episode ends, I'll stop the stream. Or if not, then obviously, because I'm thinking doing this entire thing will take about 4 hours. That's just an estimate. But whatever happens first, I guess, is a weird way to say it. So is the episode like one case? Yeah. So real quick. Yeah, so we're on episode... Nope, wrong game. We are on episode 2. So once... I started episode 2 on Thursday. Then I made a bit of headway yesterday to make up of the progress I didn't make on Thursday. And I plan on finishing the rest of this single episode. Episode 1 was easy because it was like literally the trial and that was it. There was no investigation involved. So I was able to do this and then a bit of this episode on Thursday. So yeah, once I finish episode 2, that's when the end stream will end. Whether it happens before 4 hours are up or after 4 hours have occurred, whichever happens first. That's what will happen.